So another question I saw often was standard deviation. What the heck is it? How am I supposed to tell? I had you do multiple graphs. You had a dot plot and a box plot in the moving pennies activity. And then you had a histogram in the knowledge check. So basically any of our displays, how can we tell which display has the largest and which display has the smallest standard deviation? And that really comes down to the definition of standard deviation. It is the average distance between the values in our data set and the mean. So the smaller it is, the closer things are to the mean, and the larger it is, the further things are from the mean. So just to look back at like the dot plots from the penny activity, we could see a dot plot where everything is really far away from the mean. This would have a big standard deviation. Whereas a dot plot where everything is close to the mean, this would have a small standard deviation. Same thing is true when we're talking about histograms, we're talking about box plots. A box plot that has a big standard deviation would have a lot of data values out to the edges and very few in the middle. It's really, again, hard to see with a box plot. That's why I did it as that activity. We were actually moving dots, and so you could see the actual data values. But it might look something like this. Oops, I didn't mean to go that far over. Where you see there's a lot of variability, right? We have a lot of actual values, right? Remember, each of these sections has the same number of values in it. Ish. Again, I'm saying that with like a, an asterisk, because technically whether or not things fall on the actual Q1, Q3, and median is a problem. But we know that there's just as many dots in this region as there are in the two whiskers. So the fact that the whiskers are super small means that there's a lot of dots out at the very edges of this distribution, whereas something that is much more tightly spaced, right, is going to have something like that. So it'll have a smaller standard deviation. Again, box plots kind of suck because we can't see everything, but these are just sort of what you're looking for. If we could draw a mean on our distribution and say, oh, things are far away, or things are close, that's how we know something has a large standard deviation or a small standard deviation based on this definition. So that was standard deviation. What else do I need to talk about? I'll see.